Okay, this activity is called Hear the Mistake. And in this activity, I'm going to read a page from this book, Global Issues, and you're going to listen carefully because you might hear a mistake. In fact, you will hear 7 mistakes. So please prepare your book on page 1 and listen very carefully. And if you have a pen or a pencil, if you hear a mistake, make a mark and see if you can hear all of the mistakes. Remember, there are 7 mistakes, so please listen carefully. Okay, so we're on page 1 and the topic is what are global issues? So please listen carefully and try to hear the mistake. Chapter 1, what are global issues? Right now, astronauts are living and working 400 kilometers above us in the sky, and the whole world looks very different from up there. Astronauts can see how beautiful Earth is, and when they look at the lights of the world's great cities at night, they know that for many people, this is a great time to be alive. But the astronauts can also see how our world is changing. They look down and see the dirty waters of the great rivers like the Mississippi, and fires from trees burning in the Amazon.com and Indonesia. Over time, their photographs from space show us how the world's great forests are becoming smaller, how some of the hottest countries are becoming drier, and how every year there is more plastic in the sea. Astronauts can see how we are changing the environment, but there are many other problems that they cannot see from space. They cannot see how many people go to bed hungry every night and do not have water to drink. They cannot see the millions of children who are not able to go to school, or the animals that are dying because their homes are disappearing. These problems, which are important for people and countries all over the world, are called global issues. So, what are the biggest global issues today, and why do we need to know about them? What is happening to our Earth, and is it in danger? How many mistakes did you hear? Please pause the video now and count how many mistakes did you hear. There should be 7. When you come back, I'm going to show you where the mistakes were so you can check your answers. So now please pause your video and check your answers. Okay, let's check the answers now. So the first answer was here in the first sentence, in space, I said in the sky. So that's number 1. Number 2 was here, this is a wonderful time to be alive. I said this is a great time to be alive. That's number 2. Number 3 was down here, the Amazon and Indonesia. I said the Amazon.com. Did you catch it? That was number 3. Number 4 was here, the ocean. I said the sea. That's number 4. Number 5, I skipped clean water. I just said water. So that's mistake number 5. Mistake number 6 was here, countries all around the world. I said countries all over the world. And finally, the last mistake, number 7, was here, what is happening to our world? I said, what is happening to our Earth? Earth, of course, is the planet that we live on, spelt like this, Earth. It's actually a difficult word to say for Japanese people because the vowel sound and then the last final sound, th, sound is actually a very difficult one for many Japanese people. So in English we say earth, earth. That final sound can be challenging, but please try it. And remember, it's earth, not earth, earth. Can you hear the difference? And by the way, I'm from Australia, so my English is Australian English. And one of the differences between Australian English and American English, maybe you know this, is the R sound. So in Australian English, similar to British English, some British English, we don't pronounce the R sound in the middle or at the end of the word. So we say earth, you can't really hear such a strong R sound. But if you hear an American, they might say earth with more sound. For example, I drive a car, but in America they drive a car with more sound. Okay, so for example, tomorrow is Saturday, Saturday, but in America they'll say Saturday with a more sound. So that's one of the differences in Australian English, and probably you will pick up that as you're listening. So that's the end of our activity. Did you catch all of the 7 mistakes?